Welcome to the morning meeting, building JM. My name is Jimmy O'Brien. Matthew Massina, a.k.a. Matty Mass, a.k.a. Director of Things and Stuff, is also here wearing Star Trek gear. The Instagram Live people can't see that, but you noticed it yourself.
Yeah. Well, I pulled this up, and I saw myself, and I said, this feels like a Star Trek vibe.
Yeah, that's good. Lean into it. Do this shit. Is that Star Trek? Oh, no, Matty. Matty flattened his hair. Can you look directly at the camera? The Instagram Live.
Oh, my
God.
God.
Oh, no. That is, you are Star Trek when you do that. That's nuts. Welcome to the morning meeting. I like reading the bullet points right up front for everybody, and then some we never get to, and some we skip. But this is at least the list Matty and I texted about. Blitzball Battle 3 updates. We've been deep diving into the analytics there. Breakdown update by sport. We've been diving into analytics there. Super interested in what I've been finding. That's kind of been my new end of the day, not editing a breakdown anymore, or analytic deep dive. Like, my hobbies are so stupid. Top videos of the week or month, whatever the newest report is. That's a quick one to rip off. Give a bunch of love to our creators. We have realigned a lot of our editors in-house. So we did maybe 15 not one-on-one, but meetings with individual editors, giving them new roles or clarifying their roles. Someone asked about an AMP update, also DraftKings and Cash Out. We'll give that. We're filming another board game next week. Mayor's Cup, that's funny. And Boone interview update, maybe, since I talked about it last time. Those are the bullet points.
Yeah.
So if any of those stood out and you're watching live on Instagram, let me know which ones you want to chat about. Or on Instagram, ask your own questions. And anyone watching on YouTube or listening on the podcast app, we're going to scour the comments for questions before each show. So I asked Matty, did anyone ask anything last week? But I did ask questions at the very end, so we're doing it at the start now. So if there's any topics, guest requests, questions, shout them out. Oh, my God. What a mouthful. That was too much talking. How are you?
Yeah, take a sip. I'm good. Got in today and just fixing up a little bit of code names as we watch those. So that's good. And then really what I like to do now when I get in is update the race to 150K and race to 100K boards. Mm-hmm. And I've officially made my prediction in-house. So this is the first time anybody outside is hearing it.
I wonder if they can hear you on Instagram. But you're making your official prediction.
Yeah, I think they can.
Can you update us on the numbers?
Yeah, so Breakdown Shorts is on 117K. This is the race to 150K. They've sat there for a good while now. I think they ran out of the backlog. I'm stalling them. Yes. So they ran out, and they've kind of hit a little bit of a plateau at this point. And in the meantime, last Monday, so 10 days ago, We Got Ice hit 100K. They're already on 112K. So 12K subs in 10-ish days. I've made my prediction that We Got Ice will pass Breakdown Shorts as the leader in the 150K race this Sunday.
Okay. Good for them.
We Got Ice gets about 2,500 to 3,000 subs a day.
Do you think Blitzball Battle 3 is helping with that, or have they upped the amount of shorts they're posting?
Two of the last 3 videos they've posted have hit. Mm-hmm. So I think that's
I'm in one coming up.
That's only at fuel to the fire.
Okay. Well, the Breakdown Short crew, they're on me. They did the back end. They could go back to the back end and redo other ones, but I'm going to try. Oh, I love We Got Ice, but I'm going to try because the breakdowns are half me, I guess.
Yeah, you could take some pride in that.
I'm going to try to help the Breakdown crew because I've said to people, and I've said I thought this was happening halfway through April, and I did for a little bit. Then I thought it was happening May 1st, and then I knew that wasn't going to happen. Next Monday, next week, is officially nothing should stop me from doing breakdowns. The separation from business side to being content only side happened. We talked about it on this show. there's been a lot going on at the company that I needed to be a part of on that side as we kept going. And there's always aspects where I'm going to help out Courtney out and be like part of big discussions. But as far as my 9 to 5 time availability, next Monday, if I get to this point, Wednesday morning, next Monday, and I didn't feel that my Monday and Tuesday were Talkin Yanks and breakdowns, I'm going to be very disappointed, and the only finger I can point at is myself.
Yeah.
Right now, it's been a lot of taking care of a lot of things that are happening at the company. So with that being said, that means that the breakdown short channel should be getting a lot of help because I should be pumping them out.
Yeah.
I also have been trying to develop ways to put Jack Feldman in the chat. Jack Feldman just joined, the #1 Blitzball Battle 3 post-game recapper in the world. Appreciate and love the work, Jack. Didn't watch the last one, though, so don't spoil it. Your thoughts. I know what happened in the game. So I'm going to help them out. And then also on the main channel, I posted a short myself the other day. It was a behind-the-scenes editing short, which I told you I was going to do. Yep. I don't know how it got received. I know that people enjoyed it, that watched it, but I don't know if it took off. And we know that YouTube shorts take a while to take off sometimes. They're on a week delay.
Yeah.
Just
2 weeks. 2 weeks.
2 week delay?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a little bit. But I've thought of ways to do more of those because the main videos, I'm never going to take something that would be a main breakdown and turn it into a short. That's what the breakdown short channel is. Mm-hmm. But if I could find a lane to get some more shorts on the main channel, it's the only way to ramp subscribers up right now.
Do you think if we did not already have breakdown shorts channel and we were about to start it right now, we would open a new channel or just do it on main? You don't want to do it on.
I would do it on main.
You would do it on main, yeah.
Now on YouTube, they have on the main page, you click home and then you click videos, you click shorts, you click live.
Yep.
If that was the case when I came up with the concept of the short channel, it would have just been on the main channel. It wasn't the case. They were all on the homepage, and it looked
terrible,
awful. And I could not allow that look.
Yeah.
Because I thought if people were coming to the main channel, I didn't want them to see. And we were going to post 1,000
3 a day.
We were going to post 3 a day for a year.
Yeah.
So I wasn't going to be able to keep up with that with main. No. So it would just be like, what the fuck? This is just a short channel now. We wouldn't be able to keep the balance in the way it looks. But whatever. Now we have 2 channels that are going, and it's doing its own thing, and that's great. But I can do 583K on that short, so that's good that I did. That's 2 thoughts.
Crazy.
What?
That's really good.
Yeah, my 2 thoughts for shorts that I can post on the main channel that take up less of my time, but will help with subscribers. 1, behind the scenes of edits.
Yeah.
If any comments says how'd you do that?
Yeah,
I'm happy to. I enjoy that. It's very niche and inside baseball, and I think the people that are already watching will still find something deeper in it.
Yeah.
The other is I was trying to find on Mondays doing the highest leverage at bat of the weekend, because you can do that. You can sort fan graphs by this was the highest leverage at bat, and then just showcase what the pitcher was doing and what the outcome was, and it could be pretty quick to do that, and you could stitch together the pitches and all that. My thought was someone else can even prep that a long way for me.
Yep.
I think that would play, and the joke of the highest leverage at bat from this past weekend, and then it's a 1-pitch ground out back to the pitcher is pretty funny, because they can be 30 seconds. Who cares?
Yeah. Can we post the things you missed that go on socials? Because they don't get posted to breakdown shorts.
I think they do.
Oh, they do?
I think they do.
Oh.
I think that Kyle has, yes, they do. He has opened up the breakdown shorts channel to the things you missed as well.
Got it.
Yeah, I see him now.
Cool.
So, because I don't have enough for him.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a little update on the race to 150K there. Before we dive into some warehouse analytics and warehouse race into 100K, I wanted to talk about the main part of this episode, being what we found on the main channel in regards to gaining new audience that we otherwise wouldn't be able to tap into.
Yeah.
So
This, I'm also going to bring up Diverse. We should have Diverse as a guest at one point.
sure.
If people like, especially now that he's so hated,
Oh yeah.
Lucas Bartman. That would be fun. But yeah, all right. So let's tee this up. So, new viewers and new audience was something we were looking into. I talked about it with Blitzball. We can talk about it then too because I have some numbers there. Something I was thinking about, and then I wanted to look at the breakdowns because my sense was, and we had, you have people. I would guess there's people as I kind of been doing these cricket breakdowns every now and then, saying, and I've said it on this show. Like the point of those is to find new audience, and I've said that a bunch, and I never went and checked the numbers.
Right.
So it was a little scary session where I didn't ask Diversa to do it, and he was like, "I could have done this for you," and I was like, "Oh, I didn't want them to show that I've been wrong this whole time." So I was going to find out myself, and it was a little like Schrodinger's cat, where like I opened the box, like, is it alive? Is it dead? Am I right? Am I wrong? Mm-hmm. And pretty eye-opening numbers. It was cool discovery. So what I did was I took the last 20 baseball breakdowns and the last 20 cricket breakdowns that I've posted. And some of the cricket breakdowns are tough because a couple of them got blocked and you can't even watch them anymore. So the last 20 baseball breakdowns have gotten 10.8 million views combined. The last 20 cricket breakdowns have got 5.6 million views. And this is YouTube only. YouTube only, because they're the place that gives all these analytics. But obviously all the breakdowns get posted on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and Facebook. And usually one of those other four platforms of the five also goes crazy and like helps out, and we sell against the aggregate. So like on average, I think breakdowns average 1.3 across the board, or at least that's what it was a year ago. So I don't know what it is now. Anyway, baseball breakdowns, 10.8 million views in the last 20. What's 10.8 divided by 20, Maddie?
5. 0.5.
0.5.
Somewhat close to that. I mean,
so 500,000.
Yeah.
So averaging 543,000 views per baseball breakdown. Last 20 of them. Mm-hmm. Cricket ones. Will Morning ever come back to live on YouTube? No. Live on YouTube is a pain and a hassle and a stress for people watching on YouTube and the podcast. That was JM Dens, who's been around forever, and appreciate you. But no, we're going to do live on AMP again if that happens, or Instagram Live. But
yeah, the other part is if we do interviews, you have to put it in later.
We want to do interviews that are separate, and you can't stitch it together for the final product there. So the last 20 cricket breakdowns, 5.6 million views, so we're averaging 284,000. And if you think of them as like, this is an A breakdown and this is a B, that's still great to get two almost separate properties to get average 284,000. That'd be our second biggest if you separate them. The cool part is the last 20 baseball breakdowns have brought in a total of 439,000 new viewers. This is the first time they came to the channel. That's 4% of the viewers were new to the channel. It's not that high. We've been around for a while, and people that like baseball kind of know Jomboy Media, and they'll come check out this one or that one, or we have like our subscribers that check out all of them. Love you, appreciate you. Last 20 cricket breakdowns have brought in 1.4 million new viewers. A million more. 25.8% of the views for cricket are new viewers. And what you were saying is I should really put unique views into this.
Yeah, what I was saying.
I just caught up to what you were saying. You weren't saying returning, you were saying repeat, like people who watch the video twice. So the percent is actually higher. I just figured out what you were saying.
Yeah.
That is
24 hours.
That is good. Because I thought you were talking about
I know what you were saying yesterday. No.
Why didn't you
I couldn't explain it. I couldn't explain it.
You couldn't explain it? Okay,
No.
you weren't just like pacifying me to not make me feel dumb?
No, I thought about it in my head and I said I can't think of words to explain this better.
So
And
you were
I
talking
kinda
about
gave up.
unique viewers.
Yeah.
So because one person can watch it multiple times.
Yeah, I mean my thought was
Let's go find one to figure that out then.
Yeah, my thought was if 25% of the viewers are new, the next video they're not going to count as new. They're going to hurt that number.
Yes. Oh,
But-
so it's not what I'm thinking right now.
No. But do you know what I'm saying now?
I know what you're saying, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm comparing the percent of views. That's not accurate because if someone
Yes.
has been to the channel before and they watch the breakdown 5 times because
Yes.
let me show my dad, let me show my
Yeah.
friend, they're making the percent of new viewers tougher. I should do percent of new viewers versus
Yes.
out
Yeah,
of
yeah.
unique views.
Yeah.
So now I feel like my data is bullshit and I'm a piece of shit.
I mean, not really.
No, but because that information is right there for me.
Yeah, but that information also, this is already, we felt good about this.
But
It's
we're
gonna
going to
be
feel better. Right?
Yeah. Now, my thought, I don't think there's a way to capture that.
No, there is. Look, so this video, this cricket video, Rinku hits 5 straight sixes to win it for KKR. That got 481,000 views, but it had 403 unique views.
Yeah.
304,000 were first-time viewers. So I had it as 63% of the views came from unique viewers, but
Really,
you,
it's like
you don't want to
75.
divide viewers by views.
Yeah. You want to divide viewers by unique views.
Yes. So and that data is right available, same exact place. So it's
Yeah.
actually 75% of the viewers that watched that video had never clicked on a Jomboy Media breakdown before.
It's crazy.
So that is awesome, and I need to redo this data
Yeah, yeah.
because we found a fatal flaw. And that's why I don't really do it. I showed Diversa how I do it, and he's like, there's a button for that. And I'm just like in there like fucking receptionist in the 30s, just punching, plugging like a typewriter.
Yeah.
Fuck. So the numbers are even bigger. That's awesome.
But maybe percent-wise, like percent difference between cricket and baseballs.
Yeah. Well, we still compared them the same. And it was interesting. Like it was on average that if you watched one breakdown, you watched 3 a while ago. I don't know if that's still the case. Anyway, all this to say that my spidey sense was correct, that certain new sports and new ventures are bringing new people to the channel, and getting new audience is always the goal. But obviously the views are double for baseball. So in my head, the math should be for every 5 breakdowns I post, 4 should be A category, like A tier, which is either a baseball breakdown of any kind or a viral moment that transcends its sport. Does that make sense? Like,
Yep.
like when I did the lip reading of the Texas
Yeah.
NCAA basketball, and that went crazy. But that's not because the basketball crowd came. It's because the sports viewing crowd came, because that transcended the sport. So that's 4 out of 5 need to be that. And a 5th one should always have an ulterior motive. It should always be cricket to go find new audience, or any other sport that finds a new audience, or Blitzball Battle 3 to promote ourselves,
Yeah.
or even something just to scratch my creative itch, like when I did the World Cup breakdown, or I did the Alley Cat Strike movie breakdown.
Mm-hmm.
So like if we like think, and I'm trying to tell Mikey, who's now with breakdowns, like all my thoughts on this, like if there's a batch of 5, 4 are 4 views, and the 5th is for an alternative reason.
Yeah. Can you share the other percent for other sports? Because that's also interesting.
Yeah, so then we ran it for last 20 hockey breakdowns, last 20 football breakdowns, and last 20 basketball breakdowns. Now, this is a bit flawed info. There's a lot of nuance here. So like last 20 basketball breakdowns, have the most total views, 17 million, 17.6 million views, last 20 basketball breakdowns, averaging 884,000 a video, and 2.8 million new viewers. So really high. But there's 5 that are absolutely carrying that outliers, and those are moments that transcend the sport. So like in baseball, I can take something that no one else is talking about, like when the Yankees figured out the player tipped his pitch, or check out this pitch mix, or look at this like slide that wasn't a cool highlight, wasn't a viral moment, and I can break it down because I like baseball, I like the nuance of it, and I like, hey, you missed this, check this out.
Yeah. And
people will still watch. I can't do that for basketball because I don't know the ins and outs of basketball, and I can't do it for well, basketball is the biggest one. Like it has to just be a viral moment or LeBron. It's like 2 viral moments and LeBron. Those are what carry the basketball ones. I was thinking I still should attack those, but they fall into the A tier of they're not there's no secondary goal there. It's just like this is one of those 4 main ones.
When you texted it last night and LeBron is carrying that, I was curious, like, do you think Steph Curry can do that? Like when he hits a 3 and looks at the bench before the ball goes in and then goes like this and all that stuff.
Yeah, I just need to feel like I
added something,
not just talking over a highlight. Because that's what it's not. You know, it's not like Sports Center just like talking over a highlight. It's trying to, with the edit or comparing it, and that's where with baseball, like I like breaking it down and explaining it. Football was very interesting. That the last 20 football breakdowns have 12 million views. And again, I kind of just tackled the bigger moments there. But there were more football videos that did well than basketball. Like what's not the like average, but like the mean or whatever. Mm-hmm. What's the difference between those things?
Average is you add all the numbers and divide. The mean is like what the middle number is.
Yeah. What's the one where you take out the outliers at the median?
Or? I think that's the mean. Like it just keeps counting in. So like the outliers would immediately go away.
Okay.
Right?
Well then for football it's still there. But also it's not NFL. It's not like one was a lot of them are title based.
Oh, well the ref moving the thing.
Kentucky player gets pushed and fakes dead. A breakdown. Like that's a title. Japanese running back gets punched in the nuts. That's a title. Josh Allen throws ball at opponent's head. And then there was some Brady, and then there was Antonio Brown. But even the ones that didn't go crazy, football still plays, obviously. So I think I can, when football season rolls around, it's probably my best interest to do more. Like keep that radar up.
Did you just make this list? Like you went through and said, "Oh, that's football. That's football."
I used the play. I had Luke put all of them into groups.
I just think that football's missing that one with the ref where they moved the thing, the orange flag.
Oh, well,
that's a big one.
That would be what Luke missed it. What do you think that one's called? Ref?
Yeah.
Cheats?
Yeah.
I have 27 videos with ref in the title. Ref blows massive call-in championship game. No, that's a Weekly Dumb episode. High school ref cheats, a breakdown. That one?
Yeah.
It is missing that one. That one got 1.4 million views. It got it's kind of hard because if it's over 90 days, you have to export the data to a Google Sheet. So for I did this for a lot of sports, so I exported 60 Google Sheets last night. Mm-hmm. It doesn't export unique viewers. Maybe it will now. But yeah, that one helped. Again, that's not NFL though. So it's still chasing moments or viral stories more than anything else. Equals sum. Make it a number so I can see the commas. 1.27 million unique views on that one. and the new viewers were equal some 230,000.
So 1/6. It's like 15%.
Yeah, but I still would say that like that falls under, it transcended football. Like it's not just like check out this football play, because we have some that were like just check out, like the ones like I did some that were like just check out this basketball play.
Yeah,
they're awful. You even pointed it out. The one got 0.1% new viewers, 23 new viewers. It was just a crazy. It was a crazy finish to a basketball game, but there was just a crazy finish. Florida State player misses wide open dunk. Like that's not a crazy moment, and that didn't go crazy. So yeah, so basketball is kind of like just the big crazy moments. The most disappointing one was hockey. I didn't realize how poorly hockey breakdowns have been performing lately, and I want to go pull the numbers from the 20 before this 20, because I just told the Versus, because I thought they did well. Like I thought the hockey community liked them. I get requested for hockey breakdowns all the time, but they're not doing well, which is disappointing, because I like when there's big hockey ones. I don't know. Any thoughts on that?
I think that you know hockey a little bit better than me. Is there casual hockey fans?
Not really. That's why I like the stadiums are always sold out, because it's like there's diehard hockey fans. But but I thought the vocal people that are in the comments are always like, do more hockey, they are also baseball fans probably.
Probably, but they're also diehard hockey, so they actually speak up, maybe. Like, personally for me, I would consider myself like casual basketball NBA fan.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna watch every NBA breakdown, but I don't click every hockey breakdown.
Yeah.
Because I have no interest.
Some of them are really funny. So I think also we're gonna do a deep dive on the titles for like these batch of like what's helping.
Yeah.
Because it's interesting, like with the cricket ones, the ones that have blown up, I've used the players' names.
Yeah.
And that's and it also changes my mind on how I'm delivering the cricket breakdowns a little bit. Like, don't deliver them for baseball fans so they can learn cricket so much.
Yeah.
Because that is for the existing people. And treat them like they're smart anyway, and they can catch up. That's what I did for baseball. People are like, "Oh, you helped me learn baseball." I'm like, "Really?" Because I don't try to go slow.
Yeah.
So like when I do them, I just do them for cricket fans.
Yep.
And not how to slow it down, because I'm trying to get the new audience there.
Right.
So that made me think. And then we're gonna run these on a lot of shit. Like I want to find the underlying stats for all our shows. Like I know why we do Weekly Dumb. Like I know why we built that show. It was to get our faces on the platform. It was to build a relationship with the audience, because at that point my face was never there. It was just you didn't even know who I was, and that was bad for branding and bad for the company. So I still don't like putting my face in breakdowns if I don't have to. Cricket ones I have to because of copyright. Mm-hmm. But Weekly Dumb was like, let's get Jake and I there, and we'll do like topical, quick hitting stories and have fun. And I do think it's a really funny show. It cracks me up, and it's more like personality driven, which we needed. Even though it's a battle sometimes. I think they're doing really well right now. It's our third biggest show, but they still get different. It's a different algorithm. Things you missed, I know why we created that. It was because if I do any of those sports, any of those moments on their own, they hurt the breakdown algorithm, but it is fun to cover other sports. And also the concept makes me laugh, like doing a highlight show for sports that no one is like, what? People are what? And then also it's helps us make relationships with other leagues. Like we built a relationship with NLL, where then they had us come out to their games. We built a relationship with MLC when I started doing cricket stuff, and we built a relationship with rugby, who we're like working on right now with a rugby league. So that's like, when there's a new up and coming league, I'll help them market it and enjoy it. So that's like the reason we do things you miss. But it's good to get into the stats and find the wins of everything.
Yeah.
Like, is this for existing audience? Is this for new audience? What are we trying to do with this purpose? What's your favorite disc golf course in the tri-state? I haven't played that many. We played one in Stamford, Connecticut. That was a question from the Instagram chat. We played one in Stamford that I remember being kind of wowed by, but it was also like a brutal hike, and it was tough. Maybe it wasn't Stamford, but it was somewhere on 95 in Connecticut. I mean, there's this small course that's in the dense woods in Allaire, New Jersey, and you don't have to like air it out ever, and it's super technical, and I kind of built my throw for that course. So I liked that because we would play that a lot, and it's during the seasons like very, very pretty. Yeah. But now since I moved, we go to Greystone in a town in New Jersey that has two names and has a train line. Greystone, Morris Plains. And I actually love that course. Also beautiful. Some you can air it out. It's like nice enough to have like well-maintained tournaments and that. You play?
On occasion, yeah. Not like routinely.
Yeah. Same. I haven't played in like a year. When Katie's dad comes to town is when I play because he's a big disc golfer.
Yeah, my dad is decently big disc golfer, so I've gone with him before.
What's his favorite course?
I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. Is that bad?
No.
Right.
We're messaging about talking baseball midweek eps today. On the midweek ep, there was another topic in baseball that I was like, we can even touch on this today. I was reading The Athletic. Shout out The Athletic. I kind of like The Athletic. Mm-hmm. Like on my train, my laptop was dead, so I couldn't edit breakdowns. So I was like, what the fuck? So I just went to The Athletic and I read like top stories and headlines and said, they're good because they're not just covering the games. They're covering the stories of the game.
Yeah.
I'll go to ESPN if I want to find out like what happened in this game.
Right.
London series, or there's a Japan or a South Korea series. Okay. What should we talk about next?
So I think that in the interest of the viewers, let's take a breath from analytics because I do think the Blitzball Battle 3 analytics are cool, but let's do that after.
I went heavy. We went heavy analytics.
Yeah, so we have to take come back to the surface.
Some people are like, I can't keep up.
No. Yeah.
I couldn't keep up.
I couldn't either. Still can't explain my thoughts. So let's
Your
hop
thoughts
over
led to a good thought.
To the editors all have shifted their roles a little bit. And
yeah.
Why? So first, why did you think that was an important thing to do?
Yeah. How many editors do we have?
I think now is 13 if you don't count me.
Which I don't want to count you. Because I edit too, but I'm not counting me.
13
editors. It's our biggest department. And you and Sam were managing all 13 different aspects, like together.
Not even. It started different aspects, and it just got...
But it was muddied up.
Yeah.
And I think it was confusing and burdensome for you guys to figure it out, and for, the editors to be like, who's my lead? What am I doing? We also just had an imbalance of workflow and like allocations of amount of things being taken on. Some people had like way too much. Some people had way too little. The other real imbalance we had with the editors was some people had things that are in the ad flow are regularly scheduled. If you miss it, you're going to get the sales team yelling at you and it's going to be a big deal. And other people had nothing that had consequences. And it was hard to implement, like, dude, this is important, when there was no actual like company gets hurt if we miss it thing. So that was part of it, is I wanted everyone to have a property that is big for the company, is in the ad cycle, is winning, and needs to improve. And then I wanted everyone to have a main, like this is your 75%. This is it. And then we gave everyone a priority 2, which is, and then this is the second one that you mix in. I do think it's good to have 2 things that are of a different brain wave to like mix it up. So that was a lot of it. And the more people that I can work with that can work on my properties, the better, because I don't have time to, you just have to run my speed a little bit. Right. So I think we're going to try and like rotate people, helping with breakdowns, helping with other things, and master it. And then like, let them get a break from that, because it's constant. And I've gotten so much better at explaining and giving feedback and no, you have to do this and here's why.
Yeah.
And I've had so many people help me over the years that I've gotten so much better at that. So, but also like Talkin Giants need help, so someone's helping there. We're trying to do a lot more social series that we're building inventory for, so that's important. We have the warehouse crew, which is 4, and I explaining to them like, hey, this is it. Like, you guys are like taking this. Anything that gets posted on that channel, you guys are taking. I really like, we're trying to get the 4 of them to a place where they can fully rotate. So there's chain of command per project, but not like always, right? So like one like Blitzball Battle 3, Prizeman took lead. And then they did the assembly line underneath and all that. And then Ball and Play, Rob's taking lead. And Rob is also editing Morning now. That's going to be his like secondary, a break from the warehouse stuff and different task. And then I want like Floorball, another lead. I want them to rotate. So the mundane task of like just doing the graphics or just doing the replays, that can be really monotonous at times, and you're not fully using your brain. But I think it's awesome if you're a little burned out because you took lead on the last project and now it's okay, rotate. It's like getting to be the third base ump.
Yeah.
They do that like after home plate, you're the third base ump because you don't get many calls and you just had the toughest job. So now just go hang around with third baseman and chat. So it's, instead of that being like, fuck, like I got to do this isn't that fun, and I'm just stuck on this the whole time. It's actually like, okay, cool. I need to like a little brain break. I'll just crush those and keep going. And then it just sets us up better. Ooh, Jamie's in the chat. Hi, Jamie. Jamie had a baby recently.
Congrats.
Very exciting. So we did a lot of that and just regrouping and kind of like, Jolly's doing all these JM trivia shows that are doing really well on JM Baseball, and they were all being edited by someone else, or like it was divvied up due to time constraints and stuff. And they're all going on the same channel. They're all Jolly hosted. They're all baseball trivia. It's like, let's have Sorensen do all of those, so they feel the same. They're just like one unit. So we're trying to build more like just decisiveness, and what we've been bad at over the last year is just giving like, this is where you get your win. Yeah. Like if you crush this, we say great job. You help the company, and that's where you get your win for us. And that's also where you're gonna get your like, what the fuck, dude? We need this. Like you're behind. And I don't think that was clear for some people. Like they didn't know the weight of tasks given to them. It was just like, do this. And sometimes it didn't fully matter. It was busy work. And other times it was important. And we never really were like transparent with those expectations, which I think is really important.
Yep.
So that was a lot of the realignment there, which again, this does feel like the biggest shift we've had in trying to like, focus and drive in a down media economy right now and trying to get through. And we have a lot of like places that we're excited about hammering this summer. So we're setting everyone up, but it is, and people responded well, I believe. I don't know. I'm the boss. So like I'm on the scuttlebutt, but it's our best effort, and it's up to me, you, Sam, to like keep going and get feedback and like actually like give them the assignments in their task now. Like social series, I have a bunch on my laptop of mini mics that I did that are dumb. Like I should give those to you and you divvy them out.
Yep. Yeah. That's just, I filmed that Blast Motion yesterday.
Yeah. Is that for Blast Motion?
Yeah.
They bought it?
Yeah.
I'm really mad because I thought I won.
But that was one where, last week I filmed it. I would probably just said, all right, let me edit this. But yesterday I was like, no, like, let me give this to the person that's doing social series. And
Yes. Yeah, you need to, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yanks put out a good lineup. Volpe, Judge, Rizzo, LeMahieu, Torres, Bader, IKF, Higashioka, Cabrera. Nice. Burrito.
They play early again?
Yeah, 12:35.
Oh, I'm saying again because I thought like you going to the game was yesterday for some reason.
No, Jake and I are going to the game today, which does fuck up my week a little bit, but it's been a pretty hectic last 2 weeks. So I was like, we got offered maybe the best seats in the whole fucking stadium.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's not turn those down. Lauren Michaels seats, so we'll be on TV the whole time.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, Jake, I could use just 2 hours of like peace and watching, and then
it's nice that it's pitch clock too. It's only 2 hours.
And I'll come back for the grind. Yeah, we got to do Talking Baseball at 10 and like a quick app and like bust out of here and get to the game. Mm-hmm. But we are going today.
And then the other thing which you had mentioned a lot during these editor meetings before we dive back into the analytics, and maybe this is a natural segue because it's back talking about the warehouse. You kept mentioning, for lack of better words, the Mayor's Cup yesterday.
Yeah.
And I didn't express it yesterday, but just the idea of having a pointless trophy, that was like exciting to me.
Yeah.
It's like, soccer, they have the Premier League and the Champions League and then a bunch of crap that, when you win it, it's like, oh, I got this trophy, but doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah. What is a UConn Miami football? Is it Miami? It's UConn and someone, the head coach of UConn tried to make one of these, the civil conflict. I believe like people try to make these a lot and it's always funny. There's like real ones, like in cricket, the Ashes. Do you know what that is? So Australia and England, they play, one goes to the other for a tour, and they play 4 test matches, test matches are like basically a series of 4, it could be 5 days long. They play 4 of them, and it's called the Ashes. And it's called the Ashes because when Australia went over in like the late 1800s, they fucking crushed England. It was like nuts. It shouldn't have happened. Like it was wild to beat them on their own soil. And the newspaper article or the newspaper writer said like, our boys went over there and killed them and they took their ashes home. And then the England writers, like the next year when England went to Australia to play, he said, we got to go retrieve our ashes. So now the series is called The Ashes and they hold up an urn.
Yeah.
And like they hold it. So you're either like retrieving it, like winning it back, or you're maintaining it.
Right.
And I love shit like that.
Yeah.
So
that's the fact that they actually have an urn is cool. Yeah. My favorite one of those in soccer, Barcelona, Real Madrid is El Clasico.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's an actual trophy, but then the 2 LA MLS teams parodied that and said El Tráfico, which I thought was funny because it's traffic.
That is funny. Yeah, so I want to, like right now we're like, let's do as much as we can with what we have. No budget needed. Let's just like crush it. And there's some gaps in the warehouse schedule where we can fit cooler things. So I was like, maybe we build some cup like that. That's like a 5-game set. We got ice versus baggage, or we got ice versus love yas. Maybe they have a different name and it's once a year. And it's called the blank cup, and we're playing for it, which is funny.
Yeah. Yeah. We got ice baggage cup once a year is really funny. You have bragging rights over them for a year.
I also like in the future, it'd be funny if you did like golf, like the, when you win all 4, Grand Slam or whatever, or you did, like we did like one of each game we play in the warehouse. That was the cup. Yeah. It's not a best of 5 blitzball game, even though that might be what it is. But because I don't know if we can do the setup. But like when we build these courses before the tournament,
you and Ice play.
We and Ice play a game, and that goes towards the bigger, picture.
Yeah, like
all right, they beat us in blitzball. Like Jake and I now have to beat them in bone play. And with our teammates. Yeah. That's actually a really funny concept. Like it's like, and it's also the test broadcast game.
Yep.
Fuck.
We
call it the tester.
The tester cup.
Yeah. like the prep cup or like something along the lines of like this is the test broadcast, but also like now we've turned the test broadcast into a sense of pride.
Matters.
That's our vibe in there.
Yeah.
Like that's the warehouse vibe.
I'm more curious. Like I, as a fan, would be like more engaged in the Tester Cup.
Would you release them?
Supported.
Would you release them later on all by themselves?
Yes.
Or like as they go? So it's like once a quarter.
Well, it's hard that.
No, because you need the teammates. Well, no, that doesn't matter about release.
No, but it's hard because you would have to not speak about it anywhere for so long.
We're getting good at that.
Yeah. It is exciting if it's like just 1 week or 2 weeks.
Save it. Yeah, the Tester Cup.
Yeah.
Wow. The broadcast ball.
Well, that's like Peter's involved. And
I really like what we just stumbled into.
Yeah.
Before we do it. Like we can start with floorball in August.
Yeah.
Because you have the teammates there for like one episode. So like Kraus and Sam are team baggage.
Right.
And then whoever their teammates are.
I somewhat think it should just be the 4 of you, but
well, we can't do floorball 2-on-2.
You can't. That's the only one that you can't really do 2-on-2.
Ball and play, you can't.
Kinda.
It's funny to have the teammates, though. I think.
I guess
because you have to get them to buy in. Like, hey, dude, you're on like team baggage.
Yeah, the 4 of you are gonna like care a lot.
Yeah, but then they gotta help us.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, it's funny. It's funny.
And if Sam helps us win in floorball, but then, Luke fucks us over in ball and play, Sam's mad at Luke.
Yeah, that's funny.
Unify. Oh, I kind of love that idea.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Tester Cup's the best, but something like that.
Anybody say any names?
Someone. We can even like do like finish baseball or add another silly one to it.
Well, it should be a tie break, like because the Tester Cup is won by the team that wins the most of those.
Fine Gold said that fits JM vibe perfectly because it truly is a test broadcast, and if you do it, Sam said, "Wow, hi Sam, I would be mad at Luke for that." Sam, do you like this idea? Because you have the full crew.
Yeah.
Whoever, like you have Sammy. You wouldn't have. Maybe not Rose and Sammy.
I think you have to have the same announcers the whole time. So you'd have to get somebody that's always here.
Okay. But you could have the play-by-play, the color comment. Like if Moreland comes and we do it and he's the day early.
Yeah. But he won't be here for ball and play. So like, I feel like.
But then Sammy would be there. Same play-by-play announcer for the whole thing. And maybe can't be Rose. But color commentary.
That can be different. That
can be if Moreland's available to come day early.
Yeah,
if
sure.
If Darren Sammy's available, come day early.
Yeah.
If Pap will be here day earlier.
Yes. No, that's I'm saying for the color, the play-by-play. I mean,
play-by-play
that would
needs
have
to be
to
the
be
same.
somebody that's the same, so it sounds the same.
Okay, I gotta go tell Jack and Zoe about this. Zoe has been Sam likes it. Zoe has been very into the Blitzball Battle numbers and all that in the analytics.
Before you go into that, the last thing I'll say on that, I think it should be a series of 5 games.
I agree, but we can make up, like, finish baseball.
Yeah, we should just add in 2 more things to make it cohesive.
Because then that's like, we're not doing a test broadcast. We're doing a test of this sport.
Yeah.
Well, we should think of a 2-on-2 one.
Yeah.
Only downside I'm running into right now is that doing it for Blitzball, we'd have to do it a week before. Would not want to play a game where we have to pitch and then the tournament starts the next day.
Yeah. Blitzball is, in theory, the easiest because it should just be set up and it's 2v2.
We don't really need to test the broadcast. We could be part of it, but yeah, we could even do it like a week before Blitz.
Yeah. You could do any time that the floor looks like that, really.
Yeah. You want I wanted Moylan involved in this at some point.
Yeah.
I love it. That's a really fun concept.
Yeah, it's great.
And yeah, I think you release it like December, like end of the year. Like we filmed all of these over the course of the year.
I would just say early. We don't want to run into the nonsense of end of year. Nobody watches YouTube. But yes, December, it feels like the culmination.
Yeah, but we could sell it as a separate package, or it gives the sales team. There's a lot of companies that spend in December, but we don't have inventory in December.
Yeah.
So if we film it during the course of the year and we could build space to plug ads in, and they're not buying, it's not like a training session that we sell along with. It's something. It's the tester cup.
Yeah.
And we have to have some stylized guide that we like rinse and repeat, like flag or something that just gets hung, or like some vibe where like there's no crowd. And just the announcer, or something that ties all the games together, so it doesn't feel, the environment doesn't change. Like one is a packed house, raucous, and the other is like a practice session where it's boring. We have to somehow keep the cohesiveness. Dr. Dre says, "What's good?"
All right. Well, that was exciting that we ran into that.
I love running into ideas that light my brain up like that.
Yeah.
Because logistics are the toughest thing, and that's a little easy logistically.
Yeah, it seems easy logistically. So the last thing that we really wanted to definitely speak on was how Blitzball 3 is performing so well so early on. We've been going for probably 50-ish minutes. So
yeah, I gotta head to baseball quick. So I'll go quick because we can update this more as we get to the playoffs. But right now, the numbers we're looking at for Blitzball Battle 3, there's numbers that are doing really well, and then for lack of better words, there's just a vibe that's doing even better than the numbers. Like I shouted out Feldman in the chat, but he's making game recaps on Twitter.
That podcast.
Yeah, so he just said Jack Feldman just chatted in the chat about something else, but his name's there. And then there's a podcast, what's it called, the Blitzball Boys. I want to lend them artwork because I got to get their artwork better. But I tuned into that podcast and I was like, is this going to be some 14-year-old kids? And like, it's kind of like, meh. But no, like dude, I couldn't have asked, and I didn't ask, but like for a fan-made podcast to come out about Blitzball Battle, they're burning it like Talkin Yanks. They're taking elements of Talkin Yanks, but they're also doing it because I think they have another podcast where they do TV reviews or like show reviews. It's so well structured and good mics and audios, and damn, they know so much about our players and the pitching styles. Very complimentary of the event, and I hope they're getting some joy out of making it. And I think some of the players are going to appear as guests. But like, so fan made content is huge. It's one step to be like, not only if you're watching this, they want to be part of it. They want to like make stuff. It's huge, right?
Yeah. So
that's been awesome to watch. So that's kind of like the vibe of it all. The other thing, TikTok is absolutely like blowing up because we gave our editors a new way to edit the moments from the game. So they have all the raw data to make the clip as best they can for socials, and where like the YouTube editors, they got to keep the story going. They can't stop on one moment, show every angle and all this different stuff. So, but we've had like every 2 days, we have a TikTok hit over 1 million views.
Yep.
So if that keeps happening, and then eventually 1% of those are like, hey, I want to go check out this full thing, that's a huge boost for us. And hopefully that happens. It is very hard to get people to go from TikTok or Instagram to YouTube. But if we get 1%, that's awesome.
And it's also seeming to be the audience. Like MLW's audience is probably young. Como's audience probably young. And hopefully the TikTok audience is somebody that...
Oh, if you read the comments on TikTok, it's definitely people that are new. They have no idea what this is. They're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
They're not in on any of it, which is great. That's good to see. The other numbers, I have like a whole tracker sheet that I always look at. I always like looking at 12 hours, like how many people are making it, like they want to catch it right away. And game 5, we got Ice versus Love Yous, 2 in-house teams, Jomboy Media teams, is the most views any game has ever gotten in the first 12 hours.
Across all warehouse
leagues and games. And what's really, really fun about that is all the other top games are games 1, which is always the launch is huge, or the championship, which is always like people want to watch it right away. And this is game 5, and game 4 is now the 4th highest in 12 hours. But if you sort by the most views in one day, game 5 is the most in one day. Game 4 is the 4th most in one day. So 2-day views, every game besides game 2, which we fucked up by doing the double feature, is in the top 10 all-time games. So we're just seeing an increase. I think we're seeing a 20% increase in views for this game. I do have tabs open. I haven't looked at them right now about new viewers because I know that's still the aching part that we need to see better.
Yep. But the subscriber number is making me feel like it's slowly but surely getting better.
It is. So the first time I checked these numbers, they weren't great, but now game 1 got 13,000 new viewers. So that's good. Game 2 got 1,300. That's not good.
Who played?
Hookline and Forgotten Rotten. But also, it was just the double feature is bad.
Double feature.
Yeah. I'm looking at these for the first time. Game 3 got 8,400 new viewers, so it's pretty good percentage-wise.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're doing better than I thought originally. Como got 6,500 new viewers. We got Ice Love You as the biggest one, only 3,000. But that's the one that's top. So it's in-house. It's our crew came to see our crew, which is still very good. It's great that people that know us and have watched before are returning for this one, and staying, but not just for game 1. But yeah, we do need to figure out a way to keep growing new audience, be it more TikTok, more media spend, all that.
Yeah. The other aspect of that game 5, the 8,000 new people that came for We Got Ice's first game, 6,000 of those could be second time.
And they have the returning and all that. Fayao asked a question. There's a couple questions in chat, and then we're going to go. Have you seen a change you wanted by releasing the post game later? Yes, right?
Yes.
Yeah, big change. Yeah, that's the biggest change algorithm-wise that we found is the second day views. So how many views are you getting the second day? They're all in the top 10 for second day views. And third day views, they're all in the top as well. So that's just us figuring out the algorithm a little better. Where and what hour Talkin Yanks is? Well, after the game, but Jake and I are going to the game. So when the game ends, we get a subway to the office and then go. So it could be 4:30, could be 5. I don't know how long the game's going to be. Scrolling now to see if there's any other comments from the Instagram Live. I live in Newfoundland, home of Dildo and the graphic iceberg. Love you. Thank you, John Gilbert. And appreciate you living in Dildo. Well, you don't live in Dildo. You just live in Newfoundland. Fuck. Come from away. This is annoying to scroll. What do you think this year Twins pitching? I'm about to go do Talking Baseball right now. Maybe that's a topic. Someone asked why. Oh, Jake's here. Hi, Jake. We're ending right now. Hi. All right. That's the end. See ya. Goodbye.